It's almost 9 at night, near Christmas time. I turn on the radio and hear Christmas songs, and I'm on the verge of tears, thinking back over the years, about to cry. I had something eating me up inside, and I don't know if it's pride, but I wouldn't call you dad because I had a dad that died when I was 3, so I didn't want to disrespect this memory, see. And I could see at the time you just wanted to be a father figure to us all, but couldn't figure out why. I was so hung up on biology. Apologies for just a rhyme, saying what I should have said at the time. But now I realise as I've grown older and wiser, you don't need to be blood to raise a child or children sleeping rough on the block. But you gave us blocks so used to building bridges with our siblings when we wanted to kill them, and made us love the family we got, cause you was like a dad to us all, blood or not. It's like you were sent from heaven from my dad to heal a wound of some prick that you wish you would have severed the head off, and to stick on a fucking stick. I just wish you could stick around and listen to this. I hope wherever you be, you can see you weren't just a stepdad to me, you were a saviour. I'm sure that Yell and Tasha would agree that if we were to ask you for anything, you wouldn't see us without, cause without you there wouldn't be such a strong family tree. And that goes for you too, Shannon, his only child, but together we were a family. He grew, it's like he was our roots beneath to keep us growing when we didn't even know it, till we look around and see a loss. D.a.v.e. I ain't about to make out he was an angel, cause he sure was not. He had more flaws and stories than a tower block, telling us stories about how we used to own a pub with Tory. Then he'd say it was Scott, Lee Marcona, I couldn't stop changing his version of events, but that made him unique and perfect in a sense. I guess you had to be there for it to make sense. We'd all laugh and pretend that we believed him, not knowing I'd be telling you this right now as I'm grieving. If we knew you were leaving so soon, we would have been there to help you beat the demons. I tried to stop them from stopping you breathing, but I guess if it's any consolation to us, you left because you lived life to the full, and we all knew you weren't really scared of leaving. I just hope you didn't suffer and you were dreaming. So as I sat at your funeral with tears streaming down my cheek, feeling a sense of guilt, I just want you to know before I was leaving that you weren't just a stepdad to me, you were a saviour. I'm sure that Yell and Tasha would agree that if we were to ask you for anything, you wouldn't see us without, cause without you there wouldn't be such a strong family tree. And that goes for you too, Shannon, his only child, but together we were a family. He grew, it's like he was our roots beneath to keep us growing when we didn't even know it, till we look around and see a loss. D.a.v.e. Dave was a slave to an addiction, but a man brave enough to take a kicking for it. This honesty and lying was one of his flaws, but honestly no lying, I wouldn't change the world for it, cause that fucker took some burns, almost hung shot, beaten to a pulp but never turned away from his family in his eyes. And I still remember the night when I cried on the stairs because my dad died, and who was there? He was, because he cared. So which is why I wanna try and get this off my chest. It's been a burden since you left this earth, and I hope you rest in peace. I finally get the sleep you deserve. Your soul is cleansed, and I wrap up this message in one word: D.a.v.e.